What's up, everybody? It's your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Today we're talking about how to invest for 2019. This won't be a super long video because I'm going to do a series on this. But a lot of people are concerned. They say, how do I get 8 to 12% returns? How do I get 20% returns on my money? Then you have a whole group of people who have no clue that you can even get 8 to 12% returns on your money. Now, there are several videos I've done, several speeches I've done about the 16% solution. I'm really big on tax liens. Investing in those, getting anywhere from 18% to 25%. Everybody's not going to be comfortable there. So let's start you off with some numbers that would help some of you be more comfortable. Now, if you don't know who I am, I'm Erica Williams, author of the Smartphone Millionaire book, How to Invest in Real Estate, Businesses, and People from the Palm of Your Hand. It's a really great book. We talk about a ton of different apps in here. We also talk about how to buy businesses in the back. We talk about several factors that can help you between timber, land, you name it. A lot of investment tips in here, kind of straight to the point book. And for 2019, I think that book will be very helpful for a lot of you because from what I'm hearing on the internet and what I'm seeing in people's conversation, one, they haven't got the book, and two, they haven't even started to move money outside of Robinhood app, or they bought one particular stock, or they did Acorns app, and then they got nervous. So I definitely want to expand your knowledge and your thought process there. Now, we're going to be sharing the screen here at some point. And if you're coming in the channel, definitely hit the like button and tell me what city and state you're coming from so I can have an idea of who's in the audience and what works best for you. So what people need to understand is there are a lot of options to get that money, but you have to be really clear about what kind of returns are you going to see. Now, many people are getting excited about real estate, and then they think about it like, oh, wait, I don't have 10 grand or 20 grand. I don't have a lot of funds. Don't worry, I have a series of wholesaling videos with several of my friends who are really amazing expert wholesalers, from Cousin Nina to the Meeks in Houston. Hopefully get out to see them some more. And that's one aspect, right? Where you can get in wholesaling, get in really low, and still get really great returns on your money, great returns on your time. That's a whole business structure. That's a whole lifestyle, honestly. Secondly, is investing in real estate through apps called Roofstock and various things that you see in my links. But then let's flip it even more. Some people are thinking, I'm going to take $100 and turn it into $10,000 next week. That's not realistic. I'm going to take $100 and in 2 years it's going to be worth $12,000. And this is why people are having such a hard time retiring. They don't have a concept of the math. They think, hey, I got 20 grand, I should be able to retire. And as much as 20 grand can be powerful, it really can be, they got to put some realistic metrics on that. So I will be sharing my screen. And again, some of the ones you will hear me talking about is Rich Uncles, Fundrise, Street Shares, Stockpile E-Trade for investment reasons, Ameritrade. Now, also Patch of Land and Ground Floor, right? There's so many more we can go over. You can get it from here, right? But why are we talking about this? Because many people, they go, Erica, what my first book was this, Multiple Streams of Income. Now, this is the old version. This is the hardback book. The newer book don't even have this cover color. I think it's white now. But essentially, if you read this book, do it like this, Multiple Streams of Income, Robert Allen, the original, this is the second edition. This is the old edition. Essentially, people got in here and it just blew their mind between hedge funds, between investing in royalties, you name it. People were quite shocked at what was in this book, right? They got the concept that they need multiple streams of income, right? They got it. They got it, right? Like, I need it to survive. And as you see this recession coming through, a lot more people are going to go, I need more streams of income. But what ends up happening is they get into this fantasy of flipping. They're watching a lot of these commercials. They're watching a lot of Instagram where people are, I was sleeping on a friend's couch last week, couch in the background. Then all of a sudden, I turned my life around and I have $1 million. And as much as those commercials are exciting and fun and make you feel bubbly inside that you can turn your life around in 1 year, the fastest way, the fastest 3 ways, probably we're going to start with that with. Fastest way is one, getting a raise at work or getting a high income paying job. Higher income, they're out there. We've done a video on how to make 6 figures at any age. People didn't like that, but we had several articles, several things supporting it. Number 2 is invest in real estate. Number 3, starting a business. Number 4, investing in the stock market. Now, all those things aren't easy by any means, but there are ways to do it. So if we can kind of reel in our expectations, we can get better returns. Now, it's that time of year, and I got to bring this book out. If you didn't get this book last year, why didn't you? Everybody put a 1 in the comments if you got this book last year. I every year I hold these books up, this one and another one, a yellow one. It's called 475 Tax Deductions for Business Owners and Self-Employed. I like to share different books I'm reading and touching base on, but every year someone says, Erica, it's just all these taxes. And I go, but did you look at the books I recommended? I don't know. So hopefully you guys are in here. We're at 99 people in here. So make sure you guys hit the like button. We're getting ready to share the screen. Again, we're talking about returns on our money and what to invest in for 2019. So one of the questions I get often in my emails, which y'all love to email me, and I thank you for the emails, I really do, is, Erica, if a recession's coming, shouldn't I just sit on my money and invest in nothing and wait till the deals roll in real estate and the deals roll in the stock market? Well, here's the thing. What you're trying to do is time the market. And you cannot time the market, right? And we can even do this as Monday morning quarterbacking, right? Like, if I knew how much Apple stock was going to be, I would have invested. If I knew how much Coca-Cola stock would have been, I would have invested. If I knew how much, the Houston Texans or Carolina Panthers or any of these things, if I knew what I knew now, then I would do this. And that's what you're living in. You're living in I'm going to invest when it is this. And you can't time the market with anything, right? So same thing with real estate investors. There's a lady we follow in Philly who bought 13 properties this year. She got them in dirt cheap areas. They weren't dirt cheap. The properties were dirt cheap, but the areas were getting more and more expensive. Now, if the key here is buying right? Some of her properties she bought and sat on for months and in fact years. Buying right. Okay. And a lot of people, what that causes is paralysis analysis. They keep it looking over and reviewing. And I just don't know, Erica, I just don't know. And what happens is they're not in the marketplace. They're a spectator. They're spectating. For 7 years, 5 to 6 years, I've been talking about Lending Club on this channel. I think 5 years now. And how I got over to 475 or so, 480 notes at this point. And a lot of times I'm talking about my returns are 13 and 14% interest. And people are like, well, I'm not getting those returns on Lending Club. I'm getting smaller, lower interest returns. And I go, I've been doing this for years. I didn't just start yesterday. I didn't just pick the safest, safe investments. I went across the spectrum. And a lot of times what we're hearing is people want 100% flip on their money, but they're trying to get in the safest way. I can't lose any money. And if you know anything about inflation, and if you don't own a business, you're already losing money every single day, anyway, probably throwing about $20 away, with the current inflation. So I'm going to read some of your comments, but I'm getting ready to share the screen. So if you have questions, you might want to put them in now, because I'm going to be sharing the screen and we're going to be doing calculations. Now we're going to be talking about if you invest $1,000, and what that looks like. We're going to talk about if you invest 100,000. There's a lot of different things we're going to talk about here. So I'm going to look over some of your comments and see where you guys are at. Thank you, King Nick, for the $12.34 super chat. That is like a 1, 2, 3, 4. I like that. What's up from Philly, Phoenix, Arizona, President Hudson. What's up, Trent, Aaron, Black Legacy, Joseph Williams out of Chicago. I'll be in Chicago July 13th through the 16th. I'll be there for the Windy City Cookout country music concert, seeing my grandpa, checking on a rental property, and then off to Banff. So for those of you in Chicago, we might make something happen on a Monday or Tuesday before I leave. Okay. We got Bloomsburg, PA in the building, Houston in the house. Do you have a program to start a credit repair business? What is the link? Okay. D. Brooks, focus on the topic. Let's focus on the topic here. We'll respond, but everybody for the day, the topic is how to invest in 2019. Let's make sure we're on the topic today. Okay, let's see what we got. And if you have questions that you just have to be answered and they may not be on topic, super chat them. You can put $2 in and ask any question, and we try to get it answered because we don't want to take away from everybody else's question and time. And for the mods, I'm putting in the link right now for the credit repair business course he's talking about. And you guys can just share that repeatedly if you want. And it's about 113 of y'all in here right now. So definitely make sure you're hitting the like button as you come in. And mods, if you could reshare that, that'd be so awesome for me. I really appreciate that. Okay. Next questions. Raleigh, North Carolina is in the building. Atlanta, West Palm Beach, Florida. What is the temperature in West Palm Beach, Florida right now? Because it's cold in Texas. Please tell me. We got Decatur, Georgia. We got Wayne, Michigan. Yes. Dallas, Texas. What's up? What's up? Boston's in the house. Houston, Arlington, Texas. Hey, Jackie. Newark, New Jersey. Superstar Customs. Nice. Dawn of Real Estate. Long Beach. LO watching TV. Okay. What's up from the UK? Thank you. You're screenshotting all the books. Good. There's never a perfect time. That's right. Greensboro, North Carolina, Birmingham. Okay. All right. All right. So here we go. We're getting ready to share the screen. I hope you guys are ready. And here we go. Any questions? You better put them in there. We're going to the calculator. All right. Everybody, please put a 1 in the comments if you can see this. Everybody put a 1 in the comments if you can see this, because we're getting ready to do the educational part of the show, the boring part of the show. Okay. All right. You guys can see. Okay, good. You guys can see it. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down. Now, I have also Patch of Land link up here in the first 50 crowdfunding real estate platforms from 2014. Now, some of those sites, a lot of them now have become accredited investors, but we'll go over that later. Okay, now, here's the calculation. Now, this is what I talked about in my private Facebook group, so we'll clear this out. That is private information. We'll clear that out. All right. So many of you, when I talk about tax liens, are always like, oh, Erica, 18%, who cares? But on a tax lien, so let's just say hypothetically, this tax lien was, this tax lien was $1,000 and you're getting 18% returns on it. By the end of the year, simple interest, you'd get $153 return on your money. Okay. Now, let's say, Erica, 18%, that's crazy. I don't want to invest in tax liens in Florida. And that's fine. You don't have to. Now, let's get it back down to where we were. We were talking about 12% returns on your money. Okay. And let's even make it even smaller. Let's go $25 is my initial investment. And because I'm in a lending club, I'm going to do $25 every month. Okay, per month. I'm going to add it in per month. And then I'm going to talk about what it should look like over a year. Okay, so if I invest for a year in lending club and I only pick stuff that's around 12% return, which is going to be more your what we would call riskier loans, but I'm only dropping $25 in a month, and I'm only dropping 25. I'm doing one note a month. So by the end, and then this of course gives you the inflation rate 2.9% and the tax rate of 15%. That's the tax rate on investments, and we'll just leave that alone for now. So anyway. Go down here, we calculate it. So at the end of the year, you're going to have invested $325 and you're going to make about $19. Now you're going to make more than that. But I am not going to go on Lending Club site because I cannot log out while I'm doing the screen and show you my account. And so we're going to leave that alone. But this is an example. Okay. So let's say you're investing for 3 years. Okay. Now, in 3 years, you have $925 invested because you only invest $25 each month. You're not investing more than that. So now you got $148 in interest over 3 years. Does everybody understand what I'm doing? Does everybody follow? Please put a 2 if you understand what's going on. Put a 2 if you understand what I'm talking about. If you're getting lost, please, this is the time. There's 122 of y'all in here. If everybody gets it, I hope that's a good sign. I'm not seeing any 2s. Now, let's get it back down to 1 year. And you want to invest, you want to take your money and you want to be a private money lender with a couple like Pettyway Estates or Charm City Buyers or somebody like that, right? You want to give them your money for a year. and you want to invest like a lump sum. You got $25,000 and you want to be a hard money lender, right? Okay. So you give them 25,000. They're promising you 12% interest. 1 year, you're going to make $2,550. Does everybody get that? Is everybody getting that? I hope so. Just put a yes in there if you're understanding where I'm going. Yes, you follow. Because a lot of times people call me and they go, Erica, I've just won money from a car accident. I just won money from the medical issue at the hospital. I just won money from this or that. I got a windfall. I'm about to retire. And I always want to make clear, no, not really. You're not going to retire really. CJ, there is an equivalent. Is there a UK equivalent of me? I don't know, man. I don't know. She's out there though. So let's say even hypothetically you invest with some of the property apartment complex deals, and you're going to get 20% on your money in 1 year, right? Oops, sorry. And calculate. So at the end of that year, that 25,000 you put in, you got 20% returns. You got $4,250. So again, I'm just trying to get this into, I'm just trying to get you guys to process this because I get a lot of phone calls from people who get windfalls. I've got people who get, military windfall money payback, because they're disabled, or military veteran. I get a lot of phone calls. And so I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. I gave an example of a family member in the private Facebook group who got this much money. She had $250,000. Now I was telling her, look, I can get you 10% returns. 10% returns on your money if you let me help you put your portfolio where you need to be. Now, at the end of the year, she'd have had $21,000, right? Now, let somebody in the comments please divide $21,000 by 12. It's 130 of you here. Anybody, one or two of you, can you please divide 21,000 by 12 months? And this is just at 10% interest. And I know there's a 30-second delay, so I'm going to give you guys some time to do it. So essentially, when y'all put that answer in, I'll go back. Okay, there you go. 1,750. Now I was telling her, listen, let me take this money. Let me help you. You're going to watch me do it all and put it in a 10% return on investment. Now she thought, that's just not enough. I need way more. But what she didn't understand is getting 1,750 a month. Because in the end, she went back to nursing. She changed her mind, went back, still has a return. But she would have had an additional 1,700 in her pocket and still working as a nurse, making almost $8-9 grand a month. Now, let's say she took this money and put it with an apartment investing group, and I'm putting 20% up here because that is the going number. Okay, it's really truly a going number. And I was telling the private Facebook group, which I'll share them first, some paperwork after I black it out. I'm gonna black it out and make a copy. So anyway, let's say she got 20% return on money. Let's say she took this money and worked with an investment group or a real estate group. 20% return on her money would have gave her $42,000 back. It's not chump change. That's some real things. Like, you have to understand this interest. And this is for 1 year. Let's just say you want to be a hard money lender for 1 year. And that's why you guys see a lot of hard money lenders. People be trying to get out of hard money lending as fast as they can because of the interest rate. The interest rates, okay? So let's even break it back down to 12%. Let's get it back down to 12. Let's get it back down to 10%. And you gave a group 100,000, and you're not giving it to them. You're loaning it to them. You did 100,000 for 1 year, hard money loan. You're only going to make 8,500 off your money. All right. So do you guys understand why I'm doing this video? I hope you are, because a lot of you call me and you think you're going to go live in Miami forever off of like a $10,000 car accident. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I want you to make sure you guys are seeing this because it's very important. It's very important. So now let's get back to most people's numbers. Let's say somebody has $500 and they're like, yes, Eric, I got $500. I'm going to put it in a Fundrise. And then every month after that, I'm just giving an example. right? Let's say you could take $500 and put it in Rich Uncles. You can put it anywhere. Yeah, let's do Rich Uncles. Let's say you're going to get 6%, which I'm getting right now on my Rich Uncles account. You take $500, you put it in Rich Uncles. Now, every month in Rich Uncles, you're going to put an additional $100, okay? Every month. Calculate that. After 1 year of doing that, you're going to have $1,700 you put in, and you're going to make about $58 in interest. Now, let's say you do this for 3 years. In 3 years, you're going to have $4,000 and $358 in interest. Now, why am I showing this? Because a lot of people, this initial investment is what people will think to do during tax time. And this is what people want to, like, when I talk about putting $25 a week in, this is what people feel comfortable with. Maybe $100 a month. All right. Okay. So let's push you really up, right? Let's say you have $5,000 you're dropping in, right? We're gonna do 1 year. And you're gonna put 100 every month after, right? Let's just say this is a tax refund, whatever. So this is the first year, you're getting 288. Okay. Let's say 3 years in, you got $8,000 you put in, but you got about $1,000 you got back in interest. Now, why are we talking about the interest rates? Because the rule of 72. Can anybody put the rule of 72 in the comment section? Anybody know what the rule of 72 is? And I'll wait a minute. Anybody can put the rule of 72. So again, this is the reason why I'm always encouraging you, one, to start businesses, one, to have a side income. I mean, there's some people in the comments who said they've even started a part-time job so they can just take the money and invest. So now imagine with their part-time job, they put $1,000 in this first month. Then they put $1,000 in for just 1 year, and the returns they're getting are 10%. Let's just say that. Let's say they're doing patch of land and getting 12%. Okay, they're gonna do patch of land. At the end of the year, they put 13 grand in, but they also got $754. Their money was working for them. Now let's say they do this for 2 years. Again, $2,731, 77 compound interest. So exactly, so Fauché, the amount of time it takes to double your money. How long it takes to double your money? Exactly. Whatever the interest rate, you divide it by 72 to find out how long it takes for your money to double. Exactly. Interest rate divided by 72. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Art Banaka. Thank you. Thank you, So Fauché. Thank you, President Hudson. Okay, so this is why when I talk to y'all about you're calling me, you're military guys, you're retirees, and you're like, Erica, I want to take this money and I want to flip it. The number 1, 2, 3, and 4 ways is going to be 1, starting a business. Number 2, stock market. Number 3, real estate. Really, number 1 is real estate, but real estate is really a preserver of your income. So let's put it that way. And number 4, investing this way, but this is a slower way. And so I'm always trying to convince you, just trying to show y'all and let this number sink in, let this calculator sink in. You can use this calculator on your own time, bankrate.com. Again, this is a retirement calculator, but a lot of people are just like, hey, you know, what type of risk are you taking on your on initial investment? Jackie, what do you mean? Restate the question so I can make sure I can hear it right. Okay, so again, how long did it take your time for your money to double, right? So that's why when you see some of these apartment investing groups, the people that are investing $100,000, they ain't trying to hear about nothing less than 18%. Nothing less. Even when you take some of these people you're doing hard money lending for, and you give them $100,000, but no more money in. Again, they hold your money for 1 year. At the end of the year, they owe you $1,020 on top of the 10, okay? Because they're gonna give you money back. So they're gonna give you $11,020, right? Okay, so let's say they hold it for 2 years, which most people don't do that. But this is just an example. Most people do 1 year. If they do hard money at max, they do 16 months, 18 months max is what I've seen so far. So Again, let's say you got 30 grand. You done got some money. Oops, sorry. 1 year. You got 30 grand. You give it to, one of these companies, it's somebody, somebody. Let's just be careful here. And at the end of the year, they're gonna give you 3 grand. So you're gonna have 33,060 come back to you. Oh, how secure is your initial investment? It depends which company you're investing with. If you invest with like a Pettyway Estates or some of these Charm City buyers or somebody who is a real estate company, your position is first lien holder. So if something goes wrong, you get the property. You get the property. So when you're talking about Lending Club, when you're talking about Prosper, when you're talking about different vehicles, essentially, it's based off the integrity of the site. So always be careful. But that's why I said as 2019 rolls in, I'm probably going to be more focused on, let me see. Can y'all see this? Let me see. Hold on. You should be seeing, oh, yeah, you should be able to see it. Okay, you should be seeing the first 50 crowdfunding real estate platform sites. So this year, the money I have in Lending Club is already sitting there. So I'm just recycling it. And I'm putting, as the notes mature, I'm putting the $25 into like A's and B's, real small, low level. And why is that? Because peer-to-peer lending is essentially that. It's peer-to-peer. It's not a business to business. It's not real estate backed. So that's kind of, it's kind of the, I actually want to read that article. It literally says I was a cable guy. I saw the worst of America. Yeah, I'm going to ignore that. Let me ignore that. Stay focused. Okay. So this is from 2014. This inspired me. This also inspired the Smartphone Millionaire book. This is a lot of stuff you guys should check out. So again, a lot of these companies now are either, a couple of them are gone, and a lot of them have turned to only accredited investors only. Again, here's the lineup. We've heard some of these names. You've heard me talk about it. CrowdStreet, CrowdVested, those are all credit. Fundrise, which is now, Fundrise is like the big dog out of all these. He's like number one. If you Google Fundrise, they are number one. And the speed at which they can fund an investor's investment is part of why they're number one, and also the returns are why they're number one. Okay, Ground Floor. I'm in Ground Floor. I'm getting about 10% right now. So what else? Oh, Next Gen Capital. Let's check that out in the future. Okay, Patch of Land, 12% right now. You got Real Crowd. Reality Shares went under, or is it Reality Mogul? I'll double check. Rich Uncles right now, I'm getting 6%. Okay. So again, you can check out these, but these are the first of 2014 because people realize, teamwork and partnerships is what makes the money. Now here's what I'm talking about. Here's Patch of Land. Okay. Sign up, view, created, vetted projects, invest digitally, transfer funds. They receive monthly distributions and monitor projects of your projects. This is why a lot of people like invest. Patch of Land. Okay, so let's go over here to, okay, so again, all investments. Look at this. 'Tis the season for great rates. Get a 0.25% yield increase on all investments made through the 31st, which is tomorrow. So I'm just saying. Okay, so here we go. This is some of the ideal of the projects you'd be looking at. Okay, so this is a residential purchase and rehab. This is Chicago. This is New Orleans. This is New York. Again, you can see the numbers here. You got 12-month loan term, 12 months, 12 months. You see the 12 months? 9.5 APR. Okay. See how much money is being raised? 12 months, 160. Okay. 9%, 9%, 8.7. This is Connecticut. Okay. This is Michigan, Chicago. This is another Illinois. Okay. $71,000, 9% return, right? 12 months. This is New York. This is Chicago. Now, why am I showing you some of these sites? Because these sites, not only can you invest on there, as an investor, you can borrow. But that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother conversation. It's a whole nother video. Okay. So it's 162 of y'all in here. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Is everybody following along what I'm saying? Put a 1 in the comments so I know you're getting it. It makes sense to you. Okay. So again, this is California. Woo. $2 million investment, 18 months. See that 18 months? Then we got over here 12 months. Okay. Again. All right, now let's go click on one of these. I'm not logged in, so y'all don't see my information, but let's just, this is in Columbus, Ohio. Let's get the details. It might make me log in. Dang it. I am not trying to log in. Because I don't have my thing to block my screen. So I'm gonna go back. Okay. So look, you can play with this today. You can log in, create your self account. Okay. So again, this is Michigan, Highland Park. Okay. Anybody know Highland Park? Anybody in the comment section? Highland Park, Michigan. Tell them where Highland Park is. Okay. All right. You have, again, we just went over these. Let's go down some more. This is California. This is Savannah, Georgia. Look at this house. 264. Underlying loan secured by first position. Residential refinance and rehab. I would dare say this is a new build. I'm sorry. This looks amazingly new in Savannah. I'd have to see more information. Okay, this one is in Florida. Residential. $600,000 investment. 12-month terms. Look at these terms. 12 months. 12 months. You're going to be back out of this thing in a year. Even if you just put $1,000 in there. Good returns. Is it just crowdfunding or actual security? Alvin Holliger. You have first lien position, the underlying loan. So let's say a patch of land, this person doesn't finish this project, or they do finish, or they haven't paid, or the system they go through. Their lawyers will grab this property. This is in Alpharetta, Georgia, where we have all the techie people. Notice the size of the property. Tech. Again, this is 2135 Canyon View. You want me to pull it up on, do y'all want me to pull it up on Google Maps? Put a comment in the comment section if you want to pull it up on Google Maps. Anyway, so this is 4,525 square feet, 4-bedroom, 4.1 bath, single family resident Alpharetta. So let's say they finish the project and they do not, for whatever reason, they break the contract. We can collect this property. Patch of Land can collect this property through their attorneys and then liquidate it, of course, which would be to sell it, is what most people do. And then they would pay all the investors because we were first lien hold position. Does that make sense to everybody? Does everybody follow? Yes, Frank Goodwin, that's in the middle of Detroit. Highland Park is inside Detroit. Exactly. All right. Rhonda was born in Highland Park, Michigan, worked across the street from the hospital. There you go. So let's, okay, so let's see. What is this? 2135 Canyon View. Let's see if I can pull it up. 2135 Canyon View, Alpharetta, Lord, can't spell, Georgia. There we go. All right. Okay, so let's see what it's got going on here. Okay. What if I can just click it? Oh, no pictures. Oh no, let's see. What about surrounding streets? No, no clickies. All right, let's go back. Let's go and hit Coldwell Banker. See what they got up on the site for it. Oh, they got a stupid mock drawing. I hate that. Okay, so this was a development. Ah, got you. It's one of them little sloop streets. Okay, so what is this? Does everybody understand what you're looking at right now? So this right here is a very popular model, right? People didn't like these neighborhoods that went on and on and on and on. They didn't like them. So they started making these little small, almost like a cul-de-sac street, because you know who all your neighbors are, traffic comes in and out one way, etc., etc. See the houses here? They're almost in a different position. They can see the street, and they get a block off from the traffic. Huh. That's interesting. Now look at this. This has a 3-car garage. This is the mock-up. Dining room table, study, master bath. Holy moly. Yeah, it's the main level. Anyway, now why is this important? Why am I going over this? This is a designer. This is a designer property. This isn't just like basic sub developer. This is a someone building on spec, if you know what I mean. This is a $1.5 million property. Now, what were they saying on patch of land? Let's go back up to it. Okay, on patch of land, our investment was $643,000. Okay, and they're finishing it, as you can see. So somebody in the comment section, I would like you to subtract, get ready, 600,000, 643,060, okay, minus, go over here, 1595000. So 1.5 million subtract 650,000. Okay. Somebody do that for me in these comments. Okay. I need somebody to do it for me. Help me do that math. Because somebody was like, well, what happens if we lose the property? What happens if they don't finish the project? What happens? This house is already mostly done. What happens? $800,000. That's right. So we not only would get a property, we'd get almost $800,000, right? Because what would happen is, even if it wasn't completely finished, guess what you'd be doing? You'd be finishing up a little bit more. Yeah, okay, thank you. $951,000. Okay, thank you. Thank you. More accurate, okay, Chris W. So not only would we get our investment back, the company, all the trouble it would go through selling this property, even if they didn't sell it for the 1.5 million, they sell it for 1.3 because it wasn't finished all the way, or 1.2, we still would make bank and get our money in our returns for our trouble, pain, and suffering. Hence why you see why I'm leaning more towards real estate and finishing out real estate, a lot of my investments in 2019, because at the end of the day, I'd rather have the ability to crawl back and get this than not. Especially at this high end of a property. So this neighborhood, you saw the little design. That's a very, only particular people are going to live on that street. Only particular people. Period. Where else? Where else can we do? Let's do another one. I bet this is $1 million house too. See, there's only so many houses you're going to sell for 1.2 million and 2 million. And I don't think people realize that, but they're getting it. They're getting the hint now. So let's look up this one. Okay. Oh, wait, this is a whole apartment. Elizabethtown, New York. What's going on in Elizabethtown, New York? Somebody tell me what's going on in Elizabethtown, New York. Is that a boring area? What's going on there? CJ, excellent info. Thank you. I try to bring the best info. I used to do these a lot more, but you know, all the craziness in the emails, I had to have a few rants. Okay, let's see here. We're going to look up this one. Okay, we're going to look up this whole apartment redo here. Let's type it in here. 7617 US Route 9. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, let's look at this. We're going to click on it. Okay, there we go. Look at the highway is literally right there. All right, so we got, there used to be a stairwell, but now it's just gas canisters, and that's bricked off. That makes me sad. I hate when they do that to old, beautiful places. Just imagine this place when just families lived it and the help and the staff lived there. Anyway, all right, it's showing you some of the details of the location. Oh man, I love old places. Now you can see the difference. See this old brick and then this different. This is different, but it's still along with the time. But look at there's a lot of different things, structural things here. But anyway, all right. Oh yeah, the spiral staircase. This is like Lifetime movie, renovate an old house property. Okay. Or rent sign out there, so it's still completely active currently. It's got a dish satellite, so it's still active. So I'm pretty sure this is a unit. This is a unit, and there's a couple units in there. We're gonna figure it out. Oh man, I hate that. Oh, look at that. I love old properties. Anyway, so it was last sold for $335. The historical Putnam house. Lots of original character, well maintained, 1940s, new update sex tank, great exposure for professional office that disturbs style exposure. Elizabeth is in Essex County. Okay. Last sold for that much. Sold higher than listed price. Okay. All right. What else? That's all the pictures they're giving us. Yeah, it's so hard to sell for these historic homes because they require so much work that you can get them for nothing. There's another historic home in Elizabethtown for $149. Look how big that is. It's crazy. Okay, let me not go too. I'm not going to go too far. Let me get back. I'm about to go off on a tangent. Okay. Now we go on the crowdfunding site. Now this guy wants $186,000 for it. Okay. He's doing an apartment refinance. So he's probably going to come in here and spruce it up a little bit. But you saw the value. It was $350, right? Before. So he's got to look at how much he's putting into it. Hopefully he's getting it for like $150, and it makes the sense. It makes the numbers. So again, 70% of ARV. Okay. Everybody get that? What's some kind of comments y'all got here? Let me check. Excellent content. There's methods to getting 5 to 25% monthly. Okay. Makes sense. The people are hard money lenders. Okay. Okay. So we have Todd Capital, Tulsa Real Estate Fund, Patch of Land, Black Seed Fund Group. Okay. Nice house, but I personally wouldn't stay in GA. What's wrong with GA? You know, any state, states, depending on what your money look like. Let's just put it this way. I know a man who's in Mississippi, but he's like one of the wealthiest people in his town, and he's black, and ain't nobody, you know, people have a whole new attitude. Just saying. Okay. Okay. All right. So a little bit more. Let's do some more, then wrap it up. Okay. This is New Jersey. I like that. This is new construction. Half Moon Bay, California. This one is in Philadelphia. Remember, we've been talking about Philadelphia. Okay. Let's do this one. Fully funded. Oh, it's already done. Damn it. Bastards. Anyway, it's fully funded because it is Philly. Let's go look it up anyway, though. Because this is not just your show. This is my show. I do what I want. Okay, Emory Street. Emory Street. Okay, let's try to look that up. Let's see what that brings us. 25, 28, Emory Street. There we go. And it's listening to us, already putting it in our phone. All right, so clearly that's a main road. Let's look at, so it's going for 126 on here. That's interesting. Let's do this. Let's click at the Zillow. I'm at the Sky View. Yes, Tyrone Harris, I do consulting. If there's any mods in here, y'all can definitely put the links in here. I'll try to put the links in here. There's that. You can reach me there, or what's another one? Gumroad. Classic Climb School. There you go. There's 2 right there for you. That's how you can reach me, moderators. You can keep posting those links. Okay, so this is the property. I'm pretty sure it's this one from the picture. Yeah. Look at that little weird door. See, I love Philly because it has this old architecture, but then I also don't love it because it's like, I don't even know what's going on there. Anyway. Oh, hell no. Nah, this is a no for me. Now, why is this a no for me? What are some concerns y'all have? Look at this. What are some concerns y'all have? Everybody tell me, this is your front door, okay? Y'all seen the Rocky movies. What are your concerns? And this is your window. This is your 3rd floor. Tell me some concerns when you see this. This is the highway, and literally, this is beautiful. I bet if you look inside here, this is like amazing. This is sketchy to me. It's got a security camera and motion cameras there. Motion cameras there. Oh my God. That makes me nervous now. Woo, okay. Let's see. Noise, everything, noise. The streets are so damn narrow. Safety and homeless people. Noise, no parking, right on the street. Safety, noise, and crime. That door is an alley. Oh my God, that's creepy. Pollution from the highway, no view. crime. all these comments y'all putting are just I'm telling y'all, this is a no for me. But okay, let's see what it was selling for. There's a reason. All right, so it was selling for, look at that creepy shit. That shit's creep for me. Come on, imagine coming home there at night. You parking over here, or what you doing? Okay. L train running outside your door. Too many places for crooks to hide. Crime. Okay, so it was estimated for 126 square feet is 6. That's the lot. It's 1,000 square feet. Okay, so I mean, if you wanted really cheap housing, this is, oh God, look at that. Price went down from 205,000 last year, December 2017. This year it's down to 128, y'all. Okay, if you don't know what a real estate bite back looks like, that's what it looks like. Okay, look at that. Holy knock. Okay, so anyway, we'll look at other properties, but I just want to get y'all to see that. Okay, like, what did they ask for? They asked for 123 investment, 3-bedroom, 1 bath. Woo, yeah, God bless them. That's a no for me. Let's try something different. I just cannot even. That's in Indiana. This is in Maryland, Glen Arm, Maryland. I wonder where that's at. Let's look that up. Let me see if there's anything better to look up. New York has some similar streets. I believe it. Where else? Oh, this is in Cleveland, Ohio. Oh my God, Andre Hatchett. We looked at this. If Andre Hatchett is here, we looked at this property. That's interesting. Somebody got it. Okay. What else? Okay, let me go back up. Okay, these are all fully funded, so it doesn't matter. These are already done. So let's look up this place. This is, and then we're going to kind of wrap this up because I'm supposed to go to dinner. So missing church at Austin Stone right now. One of the campuses, at least. Glen Arm, Maryland. Let's look this place up. That was crazy, y'all. That's a hell no. That's a double. 39 Long Pike, Maryland. Boom. Thank you. Now that's when I was in Maryland, my mom, there was a ton of horrible traffic, but there are some parts where it's like almost like you could go be in the country again, which I respected and appreciated as a Southerner. I get it. Every state has its country parts. I'm just very saying. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, Charles Ogilvie, he put a good point in. I was going off of a personal view. No, don't retract your message. You can't pick investments based on where you want to live. Put your message back. I was going to read it. And it's right. Let me step back on that. Let me go back up here. This Philadelphia property, again, the math on it, 126, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. This is affordable housing. This is a good numbers. You're quick to the highway. I don't know how you connect, but I'm pretty sure you get out the street right here and come up. Yeah, go down the street and come up. So let me just say that again. This platform patch of land is for you to get returns on your money. So this got fully funded because Philly is a hot market, and if they need somewhere to live, yes. Charles Ogilvie, Erica's nesting. Okay, let me make it very clear so everybody knows. I am moving to another apartment coming up here shortly, but I'm also having a house built here in Austin, Texas. So I am in a different mindset on some of this. Yes, on some of these things. So I'm always looking for ways to invest the dollars, but I'm always looking at it too as a perspective of where I want to live. So you guys know that I'm having a house built, and it just is what it is. So again, we're back on. So Charles Ogilvie made a great point. Again, we can't judge. Ugly houses make money. That is a slogan for a reason. Aren't 1-bedroom houses functionally obsolete? So Goddess, that wasn't a 1-bedroom house. It was actually a 3-bedroom house, 1 bath. It just, I think it's probably got like an apartment structure to it. So junk cash flow is too big. Okay, so here it is. This is the Glen Arm. We're going to see. Now, Glen Arm, all these are fully funded. I'm going to go back up to the ones that aren't fully funded, but they asked for $233,000, 9% APR. And again, it was only a 12-month turnaround loan. Okay, so we're going to go look at what they were investing in. So you see it's kind of empty here. We can zoom in, but we're going to click here and see what's going on with this property. Okay, so here's this. Okay, that's actually nice. I love this. So I'm a big modern farmhouse person, which is hard to get in Texas, which you'll have to build if you want to do it. So anyway, all right, so they're kind of near, what are they near here? I guess they're near the town, maybe. But this is a busy road. Anyway, oh, beautiful, probably in the fall. Look at that. Okay, so they got the little light pole there. Okay, so, all right. Now let's go on to, this was sold April 20th, and this is probably the people who invested in it. So, okay, it's been pretty steady since 2017. It's going down a little bit. This is the 5-year projections here, but it's pretty steady. Okay, so what else is in their area? Based on recent home sales, this is 300, 400. Okay, this is where their house is. Okay, so that doesn't seem bad. I'm trying to see. Okay, so estimate is 174, last sold at 120. Trying to see what's the hook there. I don't know what the hook is. Let's see is this all theirs too? Oh my, no, that's not all theirs. This can't be all theirs. No way. If it is, that's a deal. Possibly. No, I'm going too far. No, I'm going too far the wrong way. Yeah, I went too far. Okay, come back over. That's the house. If that's their backyard, that's a freaking win. So Charles said the only bad property is property you don't buy. Okay, so let's go back. Let's get back in here to, again, if y'all want the calculator, it's the bankrate.com calculator that we were doing all the early investments on, and I'll put it in the links, but essentially we went over that. So anyway, what else? Is there anything else worth looking over? Man, this is so funny. Me and Andre Hatchett looked in this area of Cleveland, Ohio, especially this street. This is so funny. Somebody did get it. Great. I'm glad for them. This is Indiana. This is Boca Raton, Florida. Let's find something a little bit different. That's Boston. This is in Ohio. Wow. $40,000 investment? Shut up. No way. That's crazy. What's this? This is Maryland. Okay, that's not too bad. So some of these people, some of the prices I'm seeing, I think they're even using patch of land to even get the acquisition of the property. But usually when I fill out forms for Fundrise, you have to already have the property in your possession to give them. Art Banaka, thank you for checking it out, Art Banaka. Have a great night. Okay. You have to already have possession and contract, because I actually filled this out. Okay, this is Alaska. This is Florida, Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, let's check this out. 66 Shearer Avenue. 60 Shearer Avenue. I'm already spelling that wrong, Anna. Dang it. Shearer. Okay, my bad. There we go. Okay, so let's see what this was about. Let's pop it up on realtor.com. Oh, look, they've got a apartment app already out for it. Good, good. Okay, so this property, we are on Google Maps checking this property out. This is stereotypical of what I've seen in Florida in that area, Jacksonville. It's got this kind of stucco look on the outside. You know, again, just because we don't see a driveway, that's maybe common to that area. Again, this whole street, there's no driveways. It's kind of like drive up on your yard kind of thing. That one looks like it has a driveway though. Okay, so this is a corner lot, 2 units, I think. Yeah, 2 units. Okay, so then we're going to go over. Is it 2 units? No, it's 1. No way. 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 800 square feet. It's renting for $815 a month. Okay. Any other pictures? Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, just for the price point, this is what you're going to see in the kitchen anyway. So they're like, don't like make judgments. Like this is kind of, yeah, this is for that price point. Yeah. White brick's been painted over. The wood paneling's been painted white. Oh man, thank you for the $2 super chat, Art Banaka. Thank you for the $3 super chat, Doug. Doug's the best moderator out here on the internets. Let's see what else. Yep, they painted all that white, which I'm not a fan of, but I know what they're trying to do. I know what they're trying to do. Oh yeah, this is wood paneling. All this is wood paneling. So for me in North Carolina, a big thing in the 80s was just like, and 2000s is like, just yank the wood paneling and put up drywall. But here's the problem. Sometimes if their property isn't going to appreciate that much, sometimes it's just easier to paint it white. And I see what they were trying to do. They're saving money. But at the end of the day, like, to me, rip that up. But again, okay, so this property, it's on apartments.com already. Someone, hopefully they've fixed it up. It's on 1 day ago. 1 day ago. So what's going on? They clean it up? That's what they got. Okay. So if we go over here to patch of land, they got it for $77,000. That was they didn't purchase it for that. That's what they asked for in their loan. So if I were them, following the Fundrise method of, if you want to get your project funded, you have to have stuff under contract. You have to tell them the ARV. You also have to tell them what you're using the funds for. So if they ask for $77,000, I wonder how much they acquired it for. That would be really great to know. So, okay. Josh Landrum, just to show my gratitude, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. It's 176 of y'all in here. Make sure y'all hit the like button. But again, I just want to, so you guys kind of have an ideal of the investments on patch of land. Again, patch of land is kind of pretty much guaranteeing 12% returns. And you saw from the property up there, from the Atlanta Alpharetta property, again, if they don't complete the project, their attorneys will come take this property that should be finished and sell it, and then we get all their money. So it's very important. Okay, so this one is Charlotte, which I know this area already, and it's a nice area. It's a fourplex. I should have known. Okay, so let me see if I can pull it up. 22 Summit Avenue, 22 Summit Avenue. 22 Summit Avenue, 22 Summit Avenue. I am not spelling that right. Go back. 2000. Okay, 2000. There you go. Charlotte. See what we got. Let's see what they've done. Oh, okay. So this is still old Google Maps. So it looks like it's nothing. It's a patch of land. But here's what we're learning. Look at the street. This fits precisely in that street. Look at the street. Thank you, Maurice Tanksley, for the $10 super chat. This is just an educational Sunday. Sorry if some of you are bored, but we have to do a balance. It can't always be fun and jokes. We have to really get down to the numbers so this makes sense, because a lot of people are saying, what should I invest in 2019? It's still, honest to my knowledge and to what I've learned, it's still going to be real estate. It's still going to be real estate, but you have to pay attention to the numbers. So what they did is they purchased this empty plot. Now, if we go over to patch of land, see, this is what they're providing, which I am not clicking on the links. You guys can go log in on yourself because no, it's 4%. It's only 4 units, so it would be crucial. Thank you, Raygun34, for the $5 super chat. Okay, so this is a underlying loan secured by first position on title and personal guarantee of individual borrower. Okay, so this is true. When I went on Fundrise to try to apply for this property in Georgetown to do this, to be honest, to do a development and build a duplex, I had to give a personal guarantee, and I had to provide all these documentation. So these are, trust me, as a person who's done the process, you're not just like flimsily filling out this paperwork. You really have to have your information stacked on here. So this right here, they asked for. Now, they had the land. We don't know how much they had done. They had the land, and they asked for $567,000. And that was fully funded. This is already a fully funded project. So, and it's a 12-month turnaround. So what's going to happen in the 12 months? They're going to refinance. Thank you, Connie. I love Education Sunday. I truly appreciate this session. Love the analysts so we can make better RE investments. How come Doug isn't a mod on here? He looks strange without the blue. I don't know. I'm having problems putting the mod thing on. Like I'm literally clicking on people's stuff, and it's just giving me the hardest time. I don't know why. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to fix Doug and Charm City Buyers to be mods. So, Todd Capital ARV is important. White space makes it look bigger. Yeah, I can hear what you're saying. It looks decent for the rent price. Cleveland looks a lot like Detroit. A lot of cheap properties. Boston is big money. People with money damage homes just like people without money. True. And you have to maintain the relationship such as they don't damage the price. Okay. Isn't Section 8 guaranteed money? Someone said people damage the properties. I see what you're saying. I see where y'all were going with that conversation. Okay, so look, you saw what the street look like. Okay, there you go. I wonder if it has a, man, listen to me. I can tell y'all this right now. As a person who used to live in Charlotte over 7 years ago, like before I came to Texas, I was in Charlotte the year before that, before I broke off an engagement. Anyway, long story short, we don't need to know all that back history, is these were so freaking cheap. And the rents were like $400 a month. You could buy like a whole thing of this for like $180. So just hearing him have to build it from scratch over here and getting a loan for $500,000 blows my mind, because that just shows you how many people have moved into Charlotte. And I would bet money these apartments, instead of renting for $300 or $400 like they used to, are probably renting for $600, which would not surprise me at all. Would not surprise me. Would not. Yeah. Look at, I'm telling you, I know this. I know it's it. So I took cousin Nita. I tried to drive her around, and I was just so in shock. These are duplexes. I was so in shock. So at one point, these duplexes used to go for $50K. And when I was driving there with cousin Nina, they were going for like 75,000, and they needed work. And the good ones are going for like 120. Because these are brick. This is North Carolina, pitch roofs. Sometimes they need new roofs on some of these. But people will live in these for years. I don't even know how to explain it to you, but you'll meet in Charlotte so many people from New York who are like, I'm paying $800 or $600, and they will live there for years and not move, even though you can buy a whole house in Charlotte for pennies on a dollar. Pennies on a dollar. Let me see the end of the street here. Yeah, now look at the end of the street. The whole house, okay. All right. Again, duplex. More single family houses. I bet you many of these single family houses are going for, this house right here would probably go for 65, 70. And again, 65, 70, what's your mortgage? Somebody put in the conversation, what your mortgage is going to be at 60, $65,000. Seriously, this is in the older parts of Charlotte like this, these houses go for like 65,000, 80,000, easy. What would be your mortgage? Because see, people are around the corner from them paying $600, $800, and I'm like, you could have a whole house, an older house, right? Yeah, 450. Malik, that's right, 500. Yeah. So the price of what they're renting for in Charlotte, they can own one of these old houses. But a lot of times when you meet people who are from New York or from wherever, they tell you, oh, I'm not going to live here that long. I'm going to go build a house across town for $200,000. And then you meet them 5 years later, they still over there renting. And you're like, or I have to say this, to be honest, you'll see people around the corner in duplexes, and they got Dodge Chargers and brand new cars, been renting there for 7 years. I've seen it in Charlotte with my own eyes. I know a family right now, I thought they owned their house. They've been renting for like 7 years. Like we were in college together. Their kids are like at least 5. And I'm like, what's up? They're like, oh, we're going to buy a brand new house on the other side of Charlotte. Okay. So I don't even argue with people. So anyway, let me see what else I got in here. It's good to know the projects are vetted. So if a 4-place is residential, would I need to be classified? What would I need to be classified? Commercial? 5 units, 5 to 20 units. Okay, so look, what else? That was it basically. But again, check this site out. This is an old thing. This is before I put my book together and everything. Huffington Post, the first 50 real estate crowdfunding. Some of these aren't active anymore, and some of these are different. A lot of them are accredited investors. This is from 2014. This is what sparked a lot of the journey. So I want you guys to definitely check this out. You can see all these companies I don't even name. I don't even name all these companies. I only talk about the ones I used or I put in the book. Again, I'm not hiding anything from you guys. I just want you guys to be very clear on your investments, because a lot of you are looking for 50, these magical returns on your money. And I just want you to see what's out there. Again, this is patchofland.com. Again, you can see all this stuff. Sierra Vista, look at all these things. I mean, these are all these different properties. And because I went through the process, I'm not overwhelmed by the process. I just understand it better now. So again, Cleveland, all these places. And you don't have to pay for the whole thing. You're talking about your $500 or $1,000 investment. You're getting 12% returns on your money. I'm just trying to give you examples so that you can see. Again, look at that. $71,000. Bolingbrook, Illinois. And I know a person in Bolingbrook, Illinois. So anyway, yeah, these are good numbers. So anyway, again, the calculator is bankrate.com. We can go over more of this stuff in the future. But anyway, you guys, let me stop sharing the screen. Can y'all see me? Probably can. Okay, so anyway, that was the Educational Sunday, how to invest for 2019, how to get 8 to 12% returns on your money. We talked about several different things. Rich Uncles, which was I'm getting 6% from right now. Fundrise, I'm getting closer to 10%. Ground Floor, I'm getting 10% from. Patch of Land. I talk about E-Trade and Stockpile, but in a different way. And then Street Shares. So again, these are a lot of opportunities out here. The choice is yours. We'll do more videos on what to invest in 2019. And if I'm lucky, I'll do again the different hedge fund and investment groups. Again, there's a lot of good information out here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to thank every single person that super chatted. Let me thank you one more time. Ray Gunn 34, thank you for the $5 super chat. Maurice, thank you for the $10 super chat. The $4.99, thank you, Jason Lendrum. Sorry, just to show my gratitude. Doug, thank you for the $3 super chat. Art Banaka, thank you for the $2 super chat. Thanks for all the visitors and all the moderators. I'm missing somebody. Hold on. CJ, thank you for the $5 British pounds from the UK. Thank you so much. Tally ho, all that good stuff. Thank you, King Nick, for the $12.34 super chat. Unique number. I liked it. There's 180 of y'all in here. Make sure you hit the like buttons. Again, if you haven't got it, Smartphone Millionaire book, How to Invest in People, Real Estate, and Businesses from the Palm of Your Hand. It's on Amazon. It'll also be in the links below. What other book did I show during when I was talking earlier? This is the second edition. It's older. Sorry, the glare is going to get you. Multiple Streams of Income, Robert G. Allen. Why people ask me about, royalties and all different things you can invest in. This is should be sparking your knowledge. What other book did I hold up? Again, it's getting ready to be tax season for us business owners out here. It's part of the good stuff to be reading and thinking about. But anyway, this is Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Thank you for your time. It has been an amazing Sunday with all of you. Again, we still have the specials. Again, for the Christmas specials, if you won and you haven't emailed me, how can I get you your prizes? You know what I mean? Also, Cousin Nina gave us her discount, and I put it over in the video. So for those of you who want the wholesaling course, want to learn from her, because she has 10 rentals, plus she invests from out of state. She's investing in a whole nother state and living somewhere else. The skills pay the bills, y'all. Skills pay the bills. So what are some things to invest in 2019? Real estate, stocks, businesses. It's the same. It's just you have to be smarter. You have to get your interest rates up. So, all right, you guys, have an amazing night. This is Erica, Classy Climb blog. Later.